Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in today's live stream video, I will be continuing with my Trials of Mana demo. So today I'm going to be using Angela, as I mentioned in my previous video where I did Duran. And from that experience, now that I know how the game is set up for this demo, so it doesn't matter who the other two are, it doesn't matter at all. But because I'm only going to play through her storyline, the quest in the beginning, and then get to a point where I exit and go into the overworld, and I'm going to stop there. Whereas in the Duran one, I was exploring around, and I wasted a lot of time because I didn't know how the map worked. That was just me being silly. Obviously, this is my real, genuine reaction of how to play this game. So now after having that first example with Duran, then I know how it works. So that's why this one should be a shorter stream. And if we have time, then maybe I'll do one more character afterward. I'm not sure who. Probably it's not going to be the other two male characters. I think, let me see. So we did Duran last time. It's probably not going to be Kevin, and it's not going to be Hawkeye, although he's cool too, but I don't have time to do all the 6 characters, unfortunately. That's not my intention here. My intention was to try out the demo, and I don't need to complete the demo, just try it out, and see if I want to continue with this game or not, for the purpose of live streaming the rest of the actual full gameplay on this channel. And so far, excuse me, my voice is just dry. Excuse me. So far I don't, although I like this demo and I like this game, I don't think this is going to be the game, to be very honest with you guys, the game that I will continue on for this channel, you know, alongside with Genshin Impact. So, but I do like this demo, and this game is appealing, but I don't think I will be, like I said, doing this moving forward. But, and, like, so I could do one more depending on the timing. Maybe I can do Reese, maybe. She seems kind of interesting, right? Hawkeye is just like your typical thief ninja kind of guy, I think, right? Bandit thief, yeah. So I figured, like, she looks kind of like a Viking princess kind of thing. Like, she has wings in her hair, I don't know. So, like, I'm just thinking who seems more interesting. Charlotte is, she's like a white mage, basically, right? Healing. So that's why I figured that's going to be kind of boring. I mean, I'm sure her storyline might be really good and all, but I figure, like, gameplay-wise, it's going to be kind of boring. Remember, I'm only doing this to do the main, like, one character, and then the other 2 characters that you pick don't even factor into it, because the only part that I'm playing is the little initial storyline. So her, I think she's kind of like a black mage, or a dark mage, where she can attack with her spells, so that's why it's kind of interesting, right, you know? This one was kind of, as some of my viewers said, this one was kind of generic because he's just a sword user. I shouldn't have picked him first, to be very honest with you. I should have picked her first, or maybe even Hawkeye would have been more interesting for the first character. But I'm not going to do all 6. Okay, anyway, without further ado, let's get started, okay? So it doesn't matter who I pick for the next 2 because it's not going to matter at all.
The name's Hawkeye, renowned thief from the...
I am Reese. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay, let's just go with it. Yes. Because we're not going to be able to meet all 3 characters in the demo either. I don't think so, because the way that it's set up, I don't believe that it's possible. The demo does have a limitation, not on the hours played, but on the level. You can only get your character up to level 7 before the demo ends.
In Altena,
right?
The kingdom of magicians, the true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay. But as the mana of the world grew weaker, so did her power. Bit by bit, the ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
Citizens, we all feel the magic draining from the land as mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles. No, we must open the forbidden portal to the sanctuary of mana. And then
this guy looks familiar. Isn't he the evil guy in Duran's storyline? So he's evil. He's... Okay. He is tricking them, I think.
Be still. Legend says the portal to the sanctuary of mana only appears after activating the mana stones throughout the world. Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious mana stone, so we expect a certain amount of resistance. We shall muster our strength and take the Mana Stones by force. Our true queen will obtain the Sword of Mana to rule her magic empire.
Long live the true queen! Glory to Altaina!
Wow, she's beautiful.
Oh, come on, Jose! Please.
Hush! No need to shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altainish court.
Oh, hang on. I do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson.
I've told you time and time again, you cannot use magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
Oh, please, not another lecture. Fine, I just won't ask for lessons anymore then. Take that.
Oh, this child.
So far, it's pretty good. Like this, I mean, in terms of
Look, there's Victor.
the voice acting and stuff,
Hey, Victor! Hey!
and the graphics.
Oh, morning, Your Highness. Have you finished your magic lessons already? You know Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons, right? But please consider my plight next time, Your Highness.
Angela, princess and heir to the throne of Altaina. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the shadow of her mother's royal duties. Her childhood was extremely lonely. Instead of affection from her mother, it seemed all she received were scoldings. Though she knew that the queen had important responsibilities that kept the two from playing, that knowledge didn't stop Angela's frustrated tears. Starved for attention, the princess grew into a rebellious youth. She often acted out, playing pranks on members of the court. Though Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother, she remained woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline.
Oh.
That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
Ugh, I am so bored. Why does nothing ever happen around here?
Okay, all right. So it says to explore. So obviously now we know from last time you just have to go through all the starred areas. So not too much of a big deal. Sorry, while she was talking and all that, it was great because I was able to quickly add the thumbnail and the tags for this video. Okay, I just need to go to where the stars are. I don't even need to collect everything because it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm so used to like dashing, like the way that it is in Genshin. So I keep tapping that button in case you're wondering why that menu keeps popping up on the bottom. I'll search a little bit, but I'm not going to explore everywhere, obviously, because there's really no point. I'm not going to be able to do anything more. It's just a demo after all. Okay. Okay, whatever. Oh, this one. And then what? I mean, it's definitely a really nicely like done. Remember, this is a really old game that they remastered and remade, but they kept the storyline and the overall like objectives the same, so there's no difference there. Interesting how they keep calling the mother the true queen, which is true, I guess. Why don't they just call her the queen? Well, the princess's life is usually boring like that. It's like because you have all these rules and expectations, and you're really just kind of stuck in that. You're kind of trapped in a way. It's not all glamorous. So really, this is just like fetch quests, more or less. There's like, it's just kind of like a mini tutorial, so you can see like the area and everything. What do we think about this? It's actually, one of my viewers actually pointed out, and it's very correct. It's a very basic way of doing it, but mind you, again, this is an old game. I'm not defending it, but I'm just being honest. It is an old game. They just, again, all they did was remaster it. So I would say that this game is still potentially worth picking up for someone that's maybe potentially like newer to like oh, I missed this earlier. Newer to RPGs, or maybe want a simpler RPG.
The mages harder than ever. I heard some were injured, but I suppose that's one of the dangers of war. I'm not sure, but the Crimson Wizard might be as powerful as Her Majesty the Queen now.
Oh, there you are. Your Highness, the Queen and her advisor have called for you. I will wait for...
Okay, I'm gonna press skip because I can read it. No, I'm talking.
Please hurry, Your Highness.
Or maybe I should leave it for the effect. Okay. Alright. Anyway, so this is more like a simplified, in my opinion, it's a very simple RPG. Of course, I didn't go into all the major mechanics yet, and one thing that is the allure of this game, from just watching the trailers and stuff, is that you can ascend or evolve your character so that they become stronger and get new classes of jobs and skills and talents. So... Oh, that's cute. She makes a noise when she jumps.
This is urgent.
Yeah.
Her Majesty is preparing our troops to invade Valsena across the sea. We must go to her, Your Highness.
And again, like, just because I say it's a simpler RPG doesn't mean that it's a bad case, and that it doesn't mean that it's bad in any way, okay? I can see this being very suitable for, like, again, new to RPG players of any age.
I believe you sent for me?
Angela.
Because it seems like it wouldn't take that long to complete the whole storyline. Of course, you have to complete it with all 6 characters, and you know how you only get 3 to begin with, so you would technically have to play through it again to get the other 3. And I have a feeling that... Oh, sorry, I don't want to keep talking through the story.
If we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open. And we don't question legend. We shall begin with the Altenish Mana Stone.
How will you do that?
We will use a forbidden magic spell, outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy. However, my associate and I are too important for this sacrifice. If we use your body as a vessel for that cursed magic, your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true power.
That's her daughter. What?
But
She's the heir.
But Mother!
Whoa,
You've been a
that's dark.
useless blight on my lineage for far too long.
Oh.
To think that my daughter could be so weak and powerless. Under these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for the spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child.
No!
Oh. So she gained some power at the end?
She's gone.
Okay, that became interesting and dark at the same time. But I have a feeling her mother is being manipulated by that man in red. Because we know he's evil already from the Duran storyline. So I'm sure that he's the common thread that ties all 6 characters together then. She's gonna freeze wearing like a skimpy outfit like that.
I'm outside the castle. But why would my mother... I can't return, but I have no idea what to do now.
So did she have protective magic herself, do you think? Or do you guys think that... Obviously I didn't play this game, so I don't know. Do you think that maybe the mother actually like did something to protect her daughter, but like, you know how like faked it, a performance in front of like the guy to be like, oh, she escaped or whatever, but in a way it's just to protect her? I don't know, because the mother seemed really cold-hearted just now, so I don't know. Questions, hey? That's pretty harsh. Okay, so we encounter slightly different enemies. That would make sense because it's a different region than the Duran quest. The enemies are again cute like little Pokemons again. L1 and 4. Oh, the little crystals are blocking, I couldn't see.
I actually won. I think.
But that wasn't really like real fighting. She was like more like meleeing with her. Attack mid-air, okay. Okay, let's just make sure that we're going towards the star. So again, like I said, we're only gonna play a little bit here, so maybe this will be... Oh. Oh, you can't go if there's an attack. See, it's very linear in that sense, so this is a very, easy, like, to get by. Look, I'm only doing this melee attacks and just, like, button mashing, technically, and just, you know, really just hack and slashing. I'm sure that the content becomes harder later, and in the beginning, even for this demo, you can pick your difficulty level. Now, for the purpose of showcasing this as a demo, I just pick normal. For difficulty, I'm not here to, like, you know, challenge it or anything. I just want to see and have a feel of the game. Again, I don't have anything against this game, it's just that it is a little bit simple. Again, it is based off of a really old game, I think from the 90s, or even maybe the 80s. So it is older in that sense, in terms of storyline and plot and everything. But it doesn't mean that you can't find some twists and some turns, and that you can't have fun here, right? That's why I kind of wanted to just do this before I delete this demo from my system. Ooh, that was a lot of money. Okay. I just want to progress the story a little bit. I'm not going to play it all the way through. Like the Duran one, I played an hour of it in total, but I don't want to do that for this one. I think maybe maximum 20-30 minutes. So let's just go with that.
I can't take another step. I want to go home. Please, Mother. Please.
So far, it's getting close to the 20-minute mark already, from what I can check, from what I can see. But so far, it's much faster than the Duran one, where I was wasting so much time in that village, because I didn't know that you had to keep going to all and access all the star locations, which is kind of like a fetch quest. You have to talk to all those random NPCs, and go to those random places in the town, just so you can explore it, right? Okay. So I think this is rounding up almost near the end of where, as far as I'm willing to go for this. Yeah, see, it's another exploring the town situation. So I am interested in the game, but I don't know if it's
good, you're awake.
worth going further with it in terms of like streaming this.
We brought you back to Ulrent.
Please rest until you feel well. Cheery, look! Our guest woke up!
Yay! Can I play with her? Huh? Can I?
No, don't bother her. But I'll play with you.
Oh, I have to press that. I thought it was just gonna go on its own this time, but it didn't. Okay, so I think we're about to end this soon, but I just want to quickly go out into the town and just see because it's a different town. So
I think I'll go for a walk to boost my mood.
okay, we'll just do it really quick. I'm not going to finish exploring the whole area, and I'm not going to we'll just really do quickly here and see how quick we can get it done. There's the seeds thing again. We're not going to do it because there's no point. What did I want me to do? Oh, yeah. Oh, another fortune teller. Is it the same fortune teller everywhere?
Ma'am, I don't know what to do. Please, give me guidance.
We had to do this in Duran's quest too. So the common thread is this fortune teller seems to talk to all 6 of these characters, it seems like it's going to. And that red-haired guy is the villain who's going to do something with all of them.
When that happens, you must go to Holy City Wendell and seek advice from His Eminence, the Priest of Light.
The Priest of Light?
To find your way through the darkness of despair, you will need a guiding light. Go to Wendell, child. That is your fate.
Huh? Come on! This fraud told me the same thing. Go to Wendell or whatever. All I asked was whether my next child was going to be a boy or a girl.
There's some humor there at least.
Holy City Wendell, huh? I don't know what awaits me there, but I guess it's bound to be better than getting caught here in my own kingdom.
It's interesting that this nearby town, the people don't recognize her as the princess. Is she that cooped up where she only stayed there? I guess, yeah.
And if I learn how to handle my magic, maybe my mother will welcome me back. There's a chance, at least.
Okay, that's her storyline. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, perfect. This ends it. Perfect. So maybe this is where we should end. Because for Duran, it did this, and then we then ended up in another town.
Angela left Altena.
Oh, same. We ended up in that
criminal.
next that Wendell
on her
town.
head.
Yeah, because and then Duran's storyline, he took a boat there too. Right. Okay. Then this is where we're. Oh, okay. So it ends this little opening dialogue. I do love the music. It is a Square Enix game after all. I mean, production value is high. And the fact that they chose to remake this game, and because it was a classic game, so it says something, you know, that they're willing to put the resources in to remake this, right? And possibly make I don't know if they're gonna make a sequel or spin-off or something, or revive the overall franchise and the series. I don't know if that's their plan. Didn't look into it, but maybe, right? So, because sometimes when people, when developers or publishers remake or reboot a series or remaster a series, it's because there's something else coming down the pipeline for like a future sequel or spin-off or something that they're going to revitalize, right? You know? So, yeah. Now, this game is available on Switch and PS. I don't know for sure if it's on Xbox as well, possibly. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't know. But yeah, it possibly would be. But for sure, this came out on Switch first, and it totally seems like it could be a Switch game, right? Because it's so like cute in a way, if you know what I mean. And then it came out on PS or PlayStation after the fact, which is fine. So this is on PlayStation 5. Yeah, so we're back here again. So the same opening when Duran arrived here. Yeah, so these wolf warrior people, and then they're gonna tell me like only at nighttime can you go like escape this area or something, something like that.
And we may spare you.
Yeah, everything's the same.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
Oh, come on! Now how am I supposed to get to Wendell? Don't know what I was expecting, but I don't like the look of these beastmen at all.
Right, and then I'm supposed to like do stuff in this town and then eventually at nighttime sneak out and stuff. So we're gonna stop it here. So it's perfect. It just ended up being around 30 minutes in total, or a little bit under. I think it's great. Overall, I think, again, the game has good production value. It is definitely a good starter RPG for many people of any age. It's simple enough to understand. The dungeons or the outer areas, like the main world, overworld, is like linear. We already knew that from Duran's storyline. And there is a little bit of interest here for the storylines as they're going to intersect. And with the same villain and the same fortune teller and the same quest that's going to befall all of our heroes here, obviously, where they're obviously going to have to try to save the world somehow, or to deal with the mana stones, as they already talked about. So, yeah, I think it's not bad. So I would still recommend this game, but I don't think that I'm going to continue this game on this channel for the purpose of streaming, but I did enjoy the demo of this. And I'm glad that I learned from that first one, which took double the time, so this is way shorter. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this storyline. Did you guys think that this is okay or not? I know that some of my other viewers already said that they're not interested in this game, but then they didn't mind that I was at least doing a demo for it, so I appreciate that. So now I'm just wondering, should I do one more character? I'm not going to do all 6 again, like I just said earlier at the beginning of this video. Should I do one more, and maybe that Viking girl? Right? Maybe? Or maybe, because the story is super light here, I don't know if it's worth doing. Maybe I can do it, I don't know. Okay, I'll do it. You know what? I'll do it, and maybe even shorter than 27 minutes. Which is where we're at right now. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm just going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. So stay tuned for the next one. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, thumbs up, and leave a comment or a question. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll probably do the Viking girl. I think her name is Reeve. Yeah? Okay.